Is that any better? How long did that not work? Okay. I use a snowball mic, and the connection from the cable into the mic, if I just bump the mic, sometimes it disconnects. My apologies. Thank you for the raid, RB. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry, I tend to do that sometimes. My apologies. Stupid mic. Anyway, we need to figure out what to do next and continue progressing in our little baby world. But yeah, I want to say thank you, Stefan, for resubscribing, and hello, Silver. So yeah. Honorary, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So yeah. We just got back from the Nether, those of you that joined just now. And we're playing Floramancer, which if you do not like Botania, and I don't know if RB warned you, if you don't like Botania, you're not going to enjoy what I'm doing here. This is for Botania addicts, really. People who love them some Botania. Which is me. This is season 2 of the pack. I played a playthrough 2 years ago on a regular world on the, it had realistic train gen and whatnot. And to this season, I wanted to try the Garden of Glass variety of the pack. And the pack maker has just updated the pack after over a year, just for me. And I like bragging about that because I went in and requested it, and he was just like, "You're the only one who's played my pack all the way through. I'd be happy to." So here I am. But anyway, this uses Botania and Quark to play the pack, and you can automate everything. Everything. In fact, I was just going through here before I realized no one could hear me. This is the Floramancer advancements. This is like the quest book. This is your tasks. For those of you who don't know, your tasks are to fill up a lot of mana pools using every single generating flower in Botania. And here's the kicker. Every single one of these flowers lives 1 hour. So you have to keep crafting them, which means you have to automate all of the supplies needed to craft them, and then automate their crafting and maintain them to continue using them. That is the biggest thing about this pack, and probably what frustrates most people who don't understand that Botania and Vanilla can automate everything. Quark is lovely in here too. It's going to allow us to do a lot more things. So we don't even have a whole mana pool of anything yet. You can see they're all 0. The only ones I've had running are the Rosa Arcana and the Endoflame so far. And we haven't made a whole 1 mana pool's worth of mana from any of them. So the magical goal is to make a Galactic Potato because you can get creative items from the Galactic Potato. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. You have just learned the premise of the pack. And I have played this before. I did some massive automation before. If you want to look on YouTube, I have an entire playthrough for Floramancer Season 1. But yeah, I am open to Botania questions. Always. Always. I love Botania. Now that I've just spent 10 minutes telling you how much I love Botania and this pack, we really need to figure out what to do next. We recently made a Rod of the Lands and a Rod of the Seas. So the other next rod is the Rod of the Depths, and maybe we should work towards that. We need to do runes of fire in order to do that, but this will be infinite cobblestone. We can finish some of these. Flower power, yes! Alright, so let's do that. We're going to do a fire rune. We have the mana powder. We need to do that, and you, and it was nether wart, gunpowder, and nether brick. So we got a little bit of nether rack. Let's not waste our charcoal. Nether wart. We have lots of gunpowder over here. See, I just walk over here and I got 2 levels. Yay! I don't have another mana spreader made, otherwise, because that is too far away for the Rosa Arcana to reach over here at the moment, so I haven't set that up to automate. Thanks, Honorary! Can you tell us about this pack? But yeah, so let's get this going. And we need, oh, where's our wand? We're gonna turn you and get it cracking. How are we doing on mana? Yeah. Alright. There we go. Now, we have a water rune in here somewhere. And we need that. What else do we need? Piece of cobblestone. Oh, we need two twigs. And a piece of cobblestone. Okay. Yay! Oh, yeah. So happy. So, now we don't have to do this anymore. But you play Garden of Glass, you shift right click on grass and you get pebbles. And the pebbles you can craft into cobblestone. That's how you start the pack. And we've been doing a bit of that to get, I'm at 9 stacks of cobble there, but then we've got all of this and all of that. All from doing that method. And now I can just come out here and place cobblestone. Yay. So that will be very helpful. Very helpful. I'm just trying to think about what we want to do. So many things to do some early automation with. I'm trying to figure out. I have some ideas for what I want my builds to look like, and it's gonna require, unsurprisingly, a lot of living rock. It's one of my favorite blocks, but the idea, I have it jotted down. The idea is a garden palace in the sky, and we're kind of gonna go off of like a unicorn threw up on it. It's gonna be colorful, mainly because of the colored planks and chests and whatnot given by Quark. I don't know, are these actually accessible? Okay, they are. Just the fact there's so many colors, and there's vertical and regular, and again, there's no chisel and bits in here or chisel, so they're so soft. They're soft and colorful, and I'm just like, I want to make something colorful. I want to make something pretty, probably girly for some people, but hey, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And the beauty is that living rock, when you look at it, if you look at it closely, it's got some pink and blue and green hints to it, and yellow. I mean, it's a colorful block. It's very muted, but it looks really nice with a lot of colors. The other thing about this pack that I want to try and utilize this time around is earthworks. I don't know in what way I will. Probably not the wattle and daub or the lathe and plaster. I don't think so. But I really like the shakes and the shingles and the slate colors. So those might be an option to add a bit more color to our stuff. I think this is also where we can get, no, that might be Quark, where the blocks are bark all the way around, because that's a later vanilla added feature. Yeah, it's Quark. So that'll might be helpful too. So there's my first build ideas, everybody. We need storage. Trying to figure out what to do for storage. Since I added storage drawers to the pack, it makes it a lot easier. Do I want to just do something similar to what I did in the previous playthrough? Was that useful to me? Botania really lends itself to a decentralized storage solution. And what I mean by that, once you have Corporea, your storage can be anywhere in your base. You can have your carrots just stored at your carrot farm, and you can have your mob stuff just at the mob farm. And as long as you have Corporea, it's all connected. So you'd have access to it. So having a centralized storage isn't necessary for everything, because you can have the storage where you're creating the stuff. Take care, RB. Leaves. We have snow. We already did our leaves. Leaves are done. Ooh, chalk's pretty. There's some purple slate. Blue. Ooh, this crag is pretty. I wonder if it's got a... It does have a smooth crag rock variant. I don't really like the Quark limestone. I suppose. I mean... I like the limestone pavement. Ooh, the smooth isn't bad. And we've got basalt. We used the brimstone before. Yes, 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 yes. All the goodness, all the good stuff. See, we're at 14 levels, 15 levels already. Yay! Yeah, I'm currently just at the point I'm trying to figure out what to work on next. It might be something... Okay. I know what we should probably do first. I think we should... Okay. What do we need to automate the pure daisy? Let me get my little notepad here, and we're going to think this through. Think it through with me. Quark and Botania. Pure Daisy does not need mana. So we have a Pure Daisy. If you aren't familiar with Botania, you can only place... It only affects the blocks in the 8 blocks around it. And so in order to automate it, we need to be able to place blocks around it. And we need to break the blocks around it after 1 minute. So we also need a timer. All right. So my thoughts is we're definitely going to want to make our first hopper hawk. Okay, that is the way you can pick up blocks in world. with Botania. It does not require mana, but it is a flower that if you give it mana, it expands its range. So it's fine if we want to use it with the Pure Daisy. And we need a way to place blocks, and there are two options. We can use Quark Dispenser action, which we have an issue where we don't have string. We just don't have it. We can try to get animals to spawn. That might help us. If we can get some sheep, that would really help us with our string problem. And if you guys don't know, the reason we don't have string is this mob farm does not spawn spiders. And because there are just so many mobs here, the spider farm, the spider only farm, isn't working simply because the mob cap is already taken up. So I think I've seen 2 spiders in here since that mob farm has been created. And that's all the string we have. So we would have to figure out, I think natural generation of mobs works. I don't think it's been disabled in Garden of Glass because you can also get animals via the Cocoon of Caprice. It's a random luck chance of what animal you would get, but it requires a lot of string. So that's not a method I want. So I think what we're going to start out with, we're going to go 24 blocks out that way, put out a grass patch, and see if we get any mob spawning, and hope, cross our fingers for sheep. We're going to start with that because I think in order for us to be able to automate the Pure Daisy, if we use dispensers, we're going to need bows, and I haven't received any from killing the things in the mob farms, and that is just the same amount of luck chance. So we're going to have both the mobs and hoping for sheep. We're also going to need string to make the Hopper Hawk because it needs a rune of air, and you can turn wool into string. Yes, Botania has the ability to do that right here. You need an alchemy catalyst, which, since we went to the nether, we can make. And it's a teeny tiny bit of mana, and it'll take wool and give you 3 string. So yes. Yeah. Alright, so we need the Rod of the Lands, and we need... Can you turn string into wool? Why, yes you can, Darkwing. That in Minecraft regular. Ah, come on, that was a silly question. Maybe one of you. Alright, so we have Pasture Seed, we have a Rod of the Lands, we have a little bit of mana. The bedrock, since we don't have a bed, the bedrock is our spawn point, which is like, I think it's here, or it might be here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just use this where I was showing you how to do it. Is it just a modded thing that you can do this? Well, a vanilla player would probably enjoy learning a little bit about this pack, because I have to use a lot of vanilla mechanics. Because Botania is pretty much a pack mod made to support vanilla mechanics. And I'm not counting here, I'm just making a box of some sort. I thought that was a vanilla thing. Oops. Okay. I only brought 3 torches with me. Oh, we'd better hurry up. We're gonna need to put more torches out here. I don't want an accidental mob farm. Alright, so... pasture seeds from Botania give you grass. There we go. We've got some grass, and we have 3 whole torches. Yeah, we need more torches. And it's almost night, so we need to take care of that, like, now. How much string did I get from the wool? It's a loss. You get 3 string for wool. Okay, so that, once it has more grass in it, should potentially, since it's far enough away from the player's spawn point, should potentially spawn some passive animals, hopefully. We might want to put a fence up. Maybe. And so now we have to wait and wait and wait. Let me see if we can get a bow. There probably aren't a whole lot of things in here because going that all the way down there probably cleared our mob farm. How long do you think it'll take? And did I have any sticks from the witches in here? No. Alright. I made buttons. What the heck? Winry, what were you thinking? The answer is... he wasn't thinking. All right. I don't want to lose any mobs that might spawn out here. How do you do... I know this pack... oh, I bet it's a special kind of crafting for the fence. Yeah. The diagonal fencing. Don't need a diagonal fencing. Don't need a fence gate because we're in a pack that allows us to jump over fences. All right, thinking is overrated, especially when you're playing games. We do need some better storage. There's several things we need, and I wanted to do the pure daisy first because I could start getting my living rock and living wood, but we also need mana production, and an easy flower to automate is the hydrangea. So I'm gonna bring up the Galactic Botania for those of you. This is so for those of you who have not played with Botania. The hydrangea is passive. You don't have to give it anything but water, and water is infinite. So It doesn't produce a whole lot. It is even mentioned here it's comparable to an endoflame, and an endoflame is really crappy, really cruddy. It's like if you played a tech mod and you start with the coal generator. You never stick with it very long because it's crummy. Well, a hydrangea would be like using your tier 1 solar panel that's getting you 2 RF a tick. Really. That's how poopy these flowers are. But we need to make 50 mana pools of mana with them, so we need to use them. This is a very simple setup. You need to have a decent amount of water around them so that the water automatically generates infinite sources, and it has to be at the same level as the hydrangea. So if you have the water at a corner of the hydrangea, it will pick it up from that corner. Yeah, and it's very, very cheap to make. This is the default recipe. It's just 4 petals and a seed, and voila, you've got a hydrangea. So let's think about this a bit. Remember, I'm wanting to maximize my farms eventually. This is really cheap, so we can easily just get some more petals and make a bunch of them. I only have the 1 mana spreader right now. Totally make more of these. I just need living wood, because in the Garden of Glass playthrough, you do not need gold ingots to make these, because it's hard. You need this before you can get an orchid. So, and an orchid is how you get ore in the Garden of Glass pack. Yeah, so let's see here. Think. Trying to remember, does anyone remember? I had a really cool fountain in the previous playthrough with hydrangeas all around it. And I think that for the most part, that was a pretty maximized system, I think. I mean, I suppose we don't have to maximize right now. We just need some consistent mana. And for that, we could just set up a mana generating thing here. Let's get you picked up. This is for whatever generating flower I'm using at the time. I don't remember what I had this for. But if we set up, we could use that. Let's just do the one in the book so you guys can see. Oh, I should show this off. We have the Rod of the Depths. I think it works with it anyway. I'm second guessing myself now. And the Builder's Wand. If we take out all of our cobble, I think it's supposed to work with the rod. Nope, guess not. Okay. Worth a thought. Alright, and then we need dirt. For the flowers. Yes, yes, I had all of my flowers automated that way, that as soon as they died, a new one was placed. Yep. Don't want them sitting there passively doing nothing. I was just trying to remember what it looked like so I could maybe redo it here, but yeah, nope. So we need 4 seeds. We're going to make 4. We're going to need to get another mana spreader because this will be too far away from the flowers out here, and we probably we'll want to be able to go back there. So let's get a little bit more cobble back here. And of course, Enderman being Enderman. Alright, so what petals are needed? We can remove you. Hydrangea. Blue and cyan. We've got 15. So we're good taking 4. Cyan, we've got 16. Okay. Great. And now that we have... Oh, but the bucket has... The bucket has lava in it right now. So we'll continue to use a bowl. There's 2. Oh, we're gonna have to do some of this until we can get a Jaded Amaranthus going. There we go. And if you don't know, if you right click with an empty hand, it refills the last recipe, so all you have to do is throw the seed in. So now we have 4 hydrangeas. Next we need to make another mana spreader. What do we have the most of? Looks like probably black. And in Garden Glass, this is a mana spreader. In regular Botania, this spot here would be a gold ingot. Alright. And we're gonna park you right right there. No. On top. And we're gonna point you at the mana. Great. You should be within range of all of these spots. So now, 1 hour starts now. These should all be working. They're blue, so that says they're working. You see how they're giving off particles? And that was our first mana burst from them. See how slow that is? But there we go. That is our first bit of passive mana. And it will just keep going. Botania used to visually, you used to see it pick up, slurp up the water. That caused a lot of lag and block update issues. And so now it's not a visual thing anymore. But you have to have infinite water for this to work. You can't just have one water source block or 2 next to each other. So it has to be able to create infinite water. Just keeping that in mind when you use the hydrangea. So now we have some of that. I do have 20 levels. Let's go pick up some more and we could do the Rose Arcana real quick. There's 22 levels. Alright, so that feels a bit better. We have a teeny tiny bit of mana coming in for the next hour. Still nothing over there. Yeah, so back to figuring out the daisy. Yeah, it's not a thing anymore. But yeah, So we could use Botania to place the blocks, or we could use Quark, because Quark has the dispenser mechanic. Now, right now, we're really low on string, so that's probably not a smart idea. We can use all Botania to automate a Pure Daisy if we want to, and we did that numerous times in our previous playthrough. But I'm thinking it might be easier for us to get sticky, not even sticky pistons, huh? Wait, I think I can do cactus now. Yes. Ooh, no. Erg. How do I get cactus? In order to get cactus, I need a slime ball. In order to get a slime ball, I'm going to need to spawn a slime. I mean, I could do this method, but I did not pick up a magma cream. Okay. I'm going to need to either go back to the nether and kill myself a couple magma slimes to try to get some magma slime drops. Or we have to go slime chunk hunting this early. I'm not digging the slime chunk hunting. That means going back to the nether. Yeah. Let's fill up our... Is this set the right way? It is. Okay. Great. Get rid of all of our XP in case we die. Now, it is raining, which is a good thing because the hydrangeas work faster in the rain. Yeah. So if we use a Rannuncarpus to place... The Rannuncarpus looks like a hand. And we can make those the runes. So the Rannuncarpus places blocks in the world dependent on whatever block it's sitting on top of. So the flower sits on grass, on a dirt or grass block, right? Whatever block is directly below that is the block that the flower will place blocks on. So you throw blocks at it and it will pick them up, the items up, and place them in the world on top of blocks that match the one that's sitting underneath of it. So that's how that works, and you can turn it on and off with a redstone signal. The reason I know this, and the reason that you can know this, is any flower that is crafted with a redstone root means it is redstone controllable. So, yep. So yeah. So we have a Rannuncarpus that we could use for placing instead of dispensers. So let me write that down. Rannuncarpus will place blocks that we give it, which will be able to do that as well. The Hopperhawk will pick up blocks and we'll be able to configure the Hopperhawk to only pick up the living rock or living wood that we are going to be producing. We're going to want some sticky pistons. We're going to want 8 sticky pistons. That's why we need the magma cream. Just going to wash them and make them just slime. And we're going to need 8 iron rods, which is a quark item that actually turns a piston into a block breaker. And then we're also going to need... Well, that was weird. A hovering hourglass. And some redstone. In order to fire the pistons, which are going to be the block breakers. And then whatever sand. Let's see. Probably we can get red sand from one of the orchid. So if we do red sand is 10 seconds each. So we could do 7 of those and that'll be 1 minute and 10 seconds. It takes a minute to convert the blocks with the pure daisy. Take just straight 1 minute, always 1 minute. And so 10 seconds gives the Rannuncarpus enough time to place all the blocks around the pure daisy again. So that would be an automated. We have to do the method of giving blocks to the Rannuncarpus. But let's go to the... Oh, I have 10 minutes before I have to feed the cats. Do you think I have time to kill some magma colon streams in that time? I don't think I do. We might have to wait till after I feed the cats. Let's see. We need an open crate then with a hopper. So we're going to need to do some orchid generation and a second hourglass. No. You can use a pressure plate and have it just trigger when... Okay. Okay. I think we can do it. Alright, so since it's not a good time to head to the nether, since I'm going to have to feed the cats here shortly and take a break to do that, let's make the runes we're going to need for the Hopperhawk and Rannuncarpus. We're going to need that guy, and the Hopperhawk is that guy. Okay. This is going to be painful. We might not even have enough stuff to do it. Oh, I don't think we do. To do just this, we need 9 string, and I think I only have 8. Urgh. Oh, there's a spider in here. Hi. Give me 2 string. Come on. Darn it. Dang. This stinks. Yeah, we just have the one here. This one from here is because I had to go back into here and try to... There was another spider spawning spot. Which we found via spectator mode. It was on this layer. And I don't see any now, so I think I tackled it. So yeah. Ooh, what are you? Oh, you're a villager. So yeah. Does not look like I have spiders spawning in here anymore, so that problem has been fixed. But that was unpleasant. I did that this week. Climbing back in there was unpleasant. Just to get rid of those spawning spaces, because we can't have spiders spawning in there. They can't fall down, so they would just clog it. Yeah. We will have a better one eventually, but we needed a waterless one because we only had the one source of water, and we needed Enderman. So we will have a better mob farm eventually when I feel like making another one. And it will be able to produce spiders. It'll probably have water, so it'll also be able to spawn Endermen. And the reason it'll do that is because there's a flower in Botania that when an Enderman teleports, which it will when it hits water, it grabs the Enderman and pulls it to itself. So if we do that near however we're killing the mobs, it'll grab the Endermen that teleport out of the farm because they've hit water. Yay! That's that focus there. So we can't do a hopper hawk. Grr. Until we have more string. There is nothing in the nether that gives us string. There's no other way to get wool except for potential mobs. What biome is this? Woodlands. So it should spawn things. I just know it's a very slow process. So many things. I really feel very gated by the string problem. Very, very gated by the string problem. And I don't know how to resolve it without sheep. And we have no way of spawning sheep. Erg. We need sheep. There's no way around it. I might have to make that a lot bigger. Anyway. So we can't do this one yet. This one only requires Rune of Earth, which we have because we needed it to make the Rod of the Lands. And it needs a redstone root and some petals. So the redstone root is just grass and redstone. And the petals that it needs are 2 orange and 1 yellow. And then I need a seed, and since I haven't made another bucket, great, we have a Rannuncarpus. So let me show you what it does. Now, the way I described it was you place it on dirt or grass or one of the Botania grasses or whatever, but whatever block is underneath that dirt block, which in this case will be cobblestone. You need mana? I don't remember. If we give it some wood, it will place it somewhere on cobblestone in its range. I need to not waste you. Your time's just been ticking. I need to not waste you. I need to pick it back up when it's empty. Okay. As you can tell, it's not sparkling anymore, which means it doesn't have any mana. But, yeah. Okay. So that's the way the Rannuncarpus works. So we have you. That's a start. So what we need a bunch of iron. Let me do iron. Because we need to make iron rods. We need slime. Pistons. So we need more iron and redstone. We've got the cobble and wood. The Rannuncarpus will place. We need living wood for the open crate. We have the redstone, the hovering hourglass. We'll need more iron and gold. I haven't processed any gold, so I need to process the gold. We're gonna need some red sand for the clock. All right, there's where we're at, and we're gonna write it down here so that in case I forget. Oh, all right. So we need a hopper hawk. Okay, And we need a bunch of iron. And we need slime, which means we need to go get magma slimes. We need red sand because we don't have enough. Pistons. Process some gold because we need that for the hourglass. And this is all to make the auto pure daisy. All right. Haha. And I never said it was going to be easy, honorary. Yeah. Never said easy. What do we have for gold? We have 4 gold. That's not enough. Let's get you going. We should probably make some more stone. And there is the timer to feed the cats. All right. It's time for me to go feed the kitties their lunch. It's going to take me about 5 to 10 minutes. Heimdall's a slow eater, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. I will be back.